Hello. I'm back. Had to fix my mic there. Long time no see. It's been a little bit crazy and hectic, so I haven't had a chance to really stream. But we're finally back with this year's Rising event quest here in Ul'dah, right up next to the quicksands in the corner. We'll go ahead and get started. Siblings Rising. Kippy Jakya is looking a worried sister. This quest is available for a limited time only. Oh, if it isn't Reina, it's been too long, my friend. How fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray, hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Ul'dah during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city, but to no avail, and am beginning to worry. If it isn't too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? I'm in your debt. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nagi. He recently became an adventurer, something he had aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not crossed paths? Not familiar with the name, alas. Never heard of him. We met at the previous Rising. He was a little Makote, come to Ul'dah, seeking his fortune as an adventurer. Not only did you meet him, you helped him on his way, you say. What an amazing coincidence. That being said, it doesn't necessarily mean you would know where he is now. If he isn't in the city, though, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. Excellent. Off we go. Good old busy Ul'dah. Greeting, adventurer. How may I assist you? Oh, Nagi. I understand he is doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction, if you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. Whoa! Clipping through walls, don't mind me. I went ahead and wore... Oh. I wore my, one of my classic glims just a little bit updated. Something you need. Oh, Nagi. I know the sprightly lad. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working on a team. What with the talk of bandits prowling the road of late, I can't help but worry. Suspicious. Oh my goodness. An ultimate raider. Hello. Possibly ultimate. I don't know. That's where the shiny weapon comes from, right? Something I can do for you, adventurer? If you've business with Bran, best state it quickly. This Gaz has leads to follow and incidents to investigate for the Harbor Herald. I see. With apologies, I haven't seen this Nagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the enigmatic, wow, wandering minstrel, who's got another unusual venture on the offing. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court, over on the Steps of Thaw. It appears Nagi is carrying out some work for the Wandering Minstrel. If you talk to the man at the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. Alright, there he is. You know, the one advantage to doing this late is you don't get the crowds of people around you. Ah, my dear friend, what a pleasant surprise this is. I trust you have been keeping well. Now then, how might this minstrel be of service? Need to unlock another extreme? So Nagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed, I have entrusted him with a task, and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of this Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called the Letter Forest. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for another, and all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Ul'dah, I have dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nagi is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Link Pearl a while ago, he said that they had emerged from the Twelveswood on their way back to Ul'dah. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what is causing the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I would go myself, except I am needed here at present. I'm truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbrush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. Oh, that's Blair. Letter Forest Tender. Greetings and welcome to the Letter Forest. Displayed here are the messages of gratitude and encouragement which folk the realm over have anonymously written. It comes as no surprise, but no few messages are addressed to adventurers. Now, we're still in the midst of preparation, but I should be pleased to guide you when all is in readiness. Please return anon. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's the wrong quest. Pardon me? There we go. That's the one we want. What? There we go. That was weird. Okay. Back to the quicksands. I'm not really used to playing on keyboard anymore, so I apologize if I make any wonky mistakes. This character does not have bars set up for that. Oh, I'm still on the wrong scene. There you go. My bad. But anyways, yeah, I'm not used to playing on mouse and keyboard anymore. Okay. Ah, there she is. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of Nagi? Escorting a carriage for the minstrel, so that is the way of it. As suggested, let us take ourselves to Blackbrush Station and try searching in the vicinity. Okay. We're just going to teleport there, because we are lazy. And rather, I'm going to be as quick as possible, because I would also like to do the new level 50 quest that was released with the Rising. So that we can do that. We'll take a quick break before we hop into that one, though. Oops. Need to get help. Oh. Reina, no sooner did I arrive than this man came running, out of breath. You're an adventurer? Think the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiver Manse. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had one guard, and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. That has to be Nagi. With me, Reina. Oh no! Getting beat up by potatoes. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. I don't remember there being that much swearing in this quest. Then again. Enough. Leave my little brother alone, or 12 is my witness you'll receive such a thrashing as you've never known. From this fearsome adventurer here, that is. I've been voluntold. Yeah, she'll kick their ass up. Reina's about this. See? She'll get up. Don't let the pretty dress fool you. She'll beat you up, then heal you, and beat you up again. That's no ordinary woman. Retreat! Are you all right, Nagi? Sister, and Reina too. That you should be the one to come to my aid. Thank you. How have you been, Nagi? You remembered. I've been well. More than well. I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. I must say, I was quite surprised to learn that you had met Reina. She helped me when I first arrived in Old Ah. From registering as an adventurer to completing my first task, she kindly showed me the ropes. Now, I had suspected that you were a great adventurer, but to send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, that's just incredible. Well, the timing of the weather change. I still have a long way to go. Embarrassing myself like I did. If I want Sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. My approval? But first things first. Brennan and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. If you'll excuse us, we will hurry back to Old Ah. Let us head back as well. I had a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Just totally skipped the combat with an intimidation check. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate recently. Ah! I love the teleport. Thank you. I'm so happy. Favorite addition to the game right there is just sending you to the next quest location. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me that they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forest as planned. Thank you, Nagi. I'm sorry I'm late. You see, I was, fighting the Tater Tots. The Tater Trio. Were it not for Reina, there's no telling what might have become of the letters in Brennan. In the end, I was utterly useless. So that's how it happened. As Nagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There's no need to belittle yourself so. Well, Reina didn't need to rely on anyone. No, she drove off the bandits with nary more than a stern look. I wouldn't want her to look at me sternly either, to be fair. I couldn't hold a candle to her. Like her, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. Without help. Tell me, Nagi, all this time have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. If that is what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. Well, that escalated quickly. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you that I have what it takes. But now... You've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I can't in good conscience approve of your calling. You can't accept this. If you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. All right, sister. I'll think on this. Sad. I'm so sorry you had to see that, Reina. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, pardon me, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there, and even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. He could just focus on what it actually matters. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. What drives us? Oh, the picture. Kippy Jackia is again looking a worried sister. If truth be told, no matter what Nagi wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life, after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous, and it is far more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kippy, I do not wish for Nagi to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Nagi set off this way, so you may be able to find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We leave him in your capable hands, my friend. We must go. Our people need us. By that I mean little cat. Little kitty. Gotta help the cat boy. Gotta help him. He is us. He must help us. Also, my dude, I do stuff with people. You think I do those 24-man raids all by myself? Oh, it's you, Reina. What is it? Heck, I couldn't do like a normal raid by myself, probably. Is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I am pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kippy has looked after me since I was no more than 10, after her parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her I heard tales about adventures and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believed she had wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work. But she left, in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then, and I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt... When it doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers but are familiar with them. Who in Old would fit that description? How about the face of the Adventurers Guild, but a local purveyor of information? How about a business with extensive dealings with adventurers? You mean the House of Splendors, the place that offers quality gear in exchange for services? I had better not. Horror stories are rife of people who made the mistake of indebting themselves to the house, becoming forever indentured. Oh my gosh! Instead, how about Miss Momodi, the face of the Adventurers Guild? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Yeah, that's probably smart. I don't want to be forever indentured. Can't blame him. Oh yeah, I forgot. Crystal quicksands. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home, and I come all the time for crumpets. Aw, they make them so springy, and serve them drowning in butter and honey. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Well now, if it isn't Reina and Nagi, to what do I owe the pleasure of both your companies today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. The misconception you've developed about being an adventurer. That's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister is trying to say. Tell me, Nagi, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up on being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? From this here counter, I've indeed seen off many an adventurer, each and every one unique with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Reina, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventure in life? I wanted to see the world. It seemed exciting. A friend recommended it to me. It's a secret. A friend recommended it to me. Oh, the meta. Is that right? How sweet. Keep that friend close now, you hear? And you, Nagi, what inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kippy had displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. That's the misconception Kippy wanted me to recognize. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough from me today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy doing what you do. I love Momodi. She's such a great character. Aww, my heart. Oh, there he is. Thank you too, Reina, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kippy now. And loath though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Lominso, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. Pardon me? By now, that letter should be on display at the Gold Court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. That music gets me in the feels every time. Ah, welcome back. Dare I hope you were able to find the answer? Yes, I'm happy to say. Miss Momodi helped me come to a realization, and when I go to speak with my sister... I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. I'm the blue chocobo. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Very well. Let us all search together, the more swiftly to find it. Why is my headset dying? Oh my gosh, I'm a disaster. We're going over here. Letter with a chocobo carriage drawing. I'm gonna read them all. There we go, headset's back on. Dear not-so-new adventurer, as a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. No matter where I go, I often hear tell of your exploits, and it makes me inordinately proud to have met you. Till we meet again, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nagi is looking for. No, that was a letter for us. Letter with a quill drawing. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it finds you well. Much time has passed since you helped us to rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. Tomorrow will be brighter than today. This we dare to believe now, thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear blue chocobo. It's not the one Nagi's looking for. Letter with a shield drawing. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folk had expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see corresponding rise in crimes, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus, would I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. It's not the one Nagi's looking for. I think that's all. The spare ones. Okay, so I did do this already on Dim, who's my main. I did that off screen because I wanted to just do it with myself and my friend. So it is possible that the more you do in this game, the more letters there are. I could be remembering incorrectly, but that is definitely a possibility. Alright, letter with a blue chocobo drawing. Reina is not current on everything. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus, do I write this letter now in hopes of recruiting some such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you at all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me at the Drowning Wench in Limsolo Minsa. Eagerly do I await your coming. This letter recruiting adventurers bears the drawing of a blue chocobo. It must be the missive Nagi is looking for. And the other ones are still up there. Nagi, I found your letter. No luck over here so far. How about you? Adorned with a hand-drawn picture of a chocobo, this letter invites adventurers to take part in an exploratory expedition. Letter with a blue chocobo drawing. A blue chocobo! Yes, this is the one! That's all that's left then is to talk to Kippy. Do you know where she is? She went to the Weavers Guild saying that she had business there. Perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there. Thank you. She getting dressed up in fanciness. For this too, might I trouble you to accompany Nagi? Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Road Exchange. There he goes. And off we go to the Weavers Guild. I do love the detail in this game, how you can like see her shoulder blades when she's running. You're here too, Reina. I must confess, I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. Here we go. Oh dear, you came to find me? My apologies for taking so long. So, Nagi, were you able to find the answer? Aye. To begin with, I want you to look at this. I do like, one of my friends pointed out to me that they are a sun and moon cat, which is interesting. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others. But a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone. So I've decided that I will answer the invitation. Then this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone? I had wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon, and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Reina. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that all right with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Do you remember what you once told me, Nagi, shortly before the calamity struck? Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never, ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Well, that's a fine aspiration as any. But do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero in like the tales, perhaps? Oh no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people, and when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. Aww. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you'll experience no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let others be shackled by expectation, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. So long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Reina? Wholeheartedly. An adventurer is never alone. Understood, Kippy. I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I expect you are raring to answer the explorer's petition in Limsa. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I shall give these garments to you now. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me? Thank you so much, sister! I must thank you too, Reina. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. What feels? You see the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relay to him the tale's happy conclusion. Aww. Potato. Here? Maybe? Yes. I'm not very good with directions, but this time I remembered. Music. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nagi and Kippy? I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, 'tis usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons become more lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to first take our step, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nagi shall be fine, I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. These events have inspired a new verse in me. Verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds, and the hopes of those who see them off. Oh, I'm tearing up already. Oh. No. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so, days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it is thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must have been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it is with a frown, you tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. 'Tis no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an undeniable mark upon it. Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please, be safe and well, and may you ever walk in the light of the crystal. I dare say Nagi is aboard the airship by now. I pray he and Kippy will find happiness upon their respective paths. Gets me so much. I think this year's got me more than last year's. I'm okay, I'm not crying. You're crying. We're all crying. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. Oh, his clothes look cool. By morning light, the journey starts. A trill of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind, to river song, into the world where we belong. He's got the little friendship chocobo. Bow of fields of white and azure sky, sunset storm a crimson fire, jewels a-glitter on pitch-black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where you will go, whom you will meet, and what you will see. There is no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet, come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, the footprints you leave behind, they shall one day spur you forward. So pray, continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. That's me. With memories shared, yet all our own, as one we brave frontiers unknown. Thank you for 10 years. I love this game. Made from the alchemically treated petals of Nemea lilies, this fragrant bundle of potpourri brings a sense of tranquility to even the most troubled souls. Rising phoenix whistle. Hot to the touch, this hand-carved whistle emits a lively shrill that summons your rising phoenix. You now have access to the letter forest at the Gold Court. Speak with the tender stationed there to read the letters. Additionally, you have also unlocked the Kupo Kupo Adventure minigame on the Steps of Null. Speak with Nonora at the Ruby Road Exchange to play, along with other mini-games that may also be played by opening the toy chest in any inn-room. Okay. Alright. So that's what that looks like. Gotta take a picture. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, that's so good. So that is the end of the quest. I'll go ahead and show off a couple of the things. So let's talk to the Letter Forest Tender. Greetings and welcome to the Letter Forest. Displayed here are messages of gratitude and encouragement which folk the realm over have anonymously written. Comes as no surprise, but no few messages are addressed to adventurers. If you wish to peruse some letters, I should be pleased to guide you. Oh my gosh. I didn't know this was in here. I'll go through some of these. A letter from a message board keeper. Many years have passed since we installed a message board on an unassuming street corner. To see it continue to be utilized by dozens of adventurers fills me and my fellow keepers with pride. Like a lodestone, the message board draws people together, and it is our hope that it keeps serving you well as a means to share information. For our humble part, we shall endeavor to maintain the board in good repair while bringing you news that may be of interest. With best wishes, a message board keeper. Oh, are these like... Are these letters from the devs? Or are these in-game characters? Letter from a choreographist. As a choreographist, my job is to create movements that convey specific emotions, such as a dancer's performance or a mammoth's adorable gesture. And though I have the honor of contributing my expertise to etiquette manuals, movement cannot be tangibly preserved in the manner that artwork, such as paintings, can. From the mesmerizing flutter of fabric to the inviting springiness of booze, it all passes by in an instant. In light of this, if but one of my steps or flourishes occupy a place in your memory, then nothing will make me happier. Movingly yours, a humble choreographer. And they do. A letter from an etiquette manual writer. One lazy afternoon as I stood by the Aetherite Plaza, I found myself absorbed by the sight of adventurers whiling away their time. Greeting friends who were passing by, practicing a newly learned dance, sitting on a bench and chatting, opening umbrellas when it began to rain, tucking into a loaf of bread when peckish. To the untrained eye, they were doing naught out of the ordinary. I, however, saw the fruits of my life's work, and it warmed my heart. dreaming of a day when proper social etiquette is practiced by all, be it in a ballroom or otherwise. I shall continue my quest to edify. Courteously yours, an etiquette manual writer. I don't know what that means, but this sounds like some sort of Cody. I love it. Letter from a theater set designer. Dear adventurer, I am a theater set designer, and one who is said to have a penchant for designing unusual props for the stage. Some of my labors of love, it thrilled me to discover, have caught your eye to become little companions that follow you around, or even modes of transportation. To see my creations for the stage delight you off it, even the oddest ones, delights me in turn, and further motivates me in my craft. In hopes that I can continue to delight you all, I will endeavor to create ever more interesting props. Yours in whimsy, a theater set designer. That's so wholesome. Letter from a festival committee member. Dear adventurer, I am a festival committee member in charge of decorating the cities during celebrations. While decorations are an oft unremarked part of the events, some of you have noticed the little touches we apply, such as stray bombs and romantic snowmen, and it makes our efforts all the more worthwhile. As you continue your adventures, it is our hope that the festive ambience we create throughout the year will provide you with joy and respite. Both. Mirthfully yours, a festival committee member. We do. We love every minute of it. We love seeing the weird little creatures becoming minions and mounts. We love seeing wonderful movements. We love the message boards. We love the things we can do. Letter from an architect. Recently, my fellows and I have been taking ourselves around the realm, repairing buildings and roads as well as restoring natural landscapes. This we do as part of an initiative to improve quality of life for adventurers. Yours is a long journey. What little we can do to ease your way, we gladly do. Constructively yours, a humble architect. Oh, the bug fixtures. We love you. And, you know, when the glitches aren't game breaking, they're pretty funny. But we appreciate everything you do. Letter from an artisan. You who are reading this letter, I bid you imagine the countless adventurers who call this world home. I dare say it isn't difficult to do so, for that is reality as it stands. Yet we mustn't take it for granted, for what we have now is the culmination of much hard work by full many souls. Souls including your good self. Adventurers breathe life into this world, each one of you giving rise to a grand tale, and I hope you never forget this. Thank you for taking the time to cast your eyes over these words. Wherever your adventures may lead, may you find happiness, with utmost respect, and nameless artisan. I don't know what that means. Are they an artist? I don't know. My heart. Maybe they design like merch. A letter from a linguist. I first set foot on this land 10 years ago. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. I'm already crying. What am I saying? Gonna cry. Since then, I have had occasion to meet numerous fine adventurers like yourself. Many languages exist, and they sometimes act as a wall that divides us. This world, however, is a place where we might transcend that wall and come together in unity. Each and every day, you and yours find various ways to forge bonds. The universal language of the MMO, hops. In so doing, you gain access to a new world as seen through different eyes. And that is what makes life endlessly fascinating. As you carry on adventuring, I pray that you will be blessed with many such enriching encounters. Yours in understanding and unity, a humble linguist. I appreciate that it just brings us back to this list. so we can just go down it. Because I am going through all of these now. Dear adventurer, during the calamity and for a long time afterwards, there was nary a smile to be seen upon faces. Now, however, I often see you and yours walking happily through the city, and it never fails to warm the heart. In my mind, you are the symbols of the new era. No one can say what the future holds, but when I see your smiles, I am reassured that somehow all will be well. Sincerely yours, a humble citizen. That's so sweet. Letter from a theater director. I used to be an adventurer, but in the course of my travels I developed the urge to recreate for others the sense of marvel that I was experiencing. One thing led to another, and eventually I became a theater director. My role is to produce spectacular theater, and nothing is more gratifying than to receive praise from the audience. For a long time to come. I hope to continue creating memorable adventures to share with everyone. Yours in imagination and wonderment, a humble theater director. An advertising scribe. Letter from an advertising scribe. As an advertising scribe, I create notices for events and products that you see posted to message boards. Such information isn't exactly essential for adventuring, but I consider it a job well done if people are aware of their options, and I'll keep striving to deliver information that may be of interest to adventurers. Thank you always for your kindness and compassion. I can't speak. Communicatively yours, a humble advertising scribe. Yeah, stop crying so I can actually read. Letter from a guide. In all things, it's nice to be able to make changes to better suit your taste. But by the same token, the more choices one has, the more difficult it is to decide what to do. We began posting guides on the message board as a way to answer questions from adventurers. Before we knew it, we had surpassed 200 items. We couldn't have kept at it for so long without your invaluable feedback. It makes us truly happy when we hear that we could help to solve your problems, even in some small way. Encouraged by your praise and driven by your request, we will keep working hard to serve you. Should you have any comments or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We always appreciate hearing from you. Informatively yours, a humble guide. Aww. Letter from a gatekeeper. All who set forth must invariably pass through the entrance. And while most will not spare the place a second thought, we gatekeepers think of naught else day in and day out. Our solemn duty is to ensure that all adventurers can enter unhindered, and this entails keeping signs in good repair and pesky fiends at bay. We're especially attentive when we throw open all entrances at once following large-scale maintenance works. I love that. Inspired by the eager expressions you wear as you set forth anew, we will continue performing our task to the best of our ability. Vigilantly yours, a humble gatekeeper. Oh no. Letter from a playwright. A stirring story needs a formidable antagonist, one who stands in the protagonist's way and causes them sadness and suffering. When the heroes finally overcome that foe, they will know a joy that is as sweet as their struggles were bitter. Those who share in that joy will go on to become friends true, their bond transcending age, station, and nations. In order to create such depressing lows and soaring highs, I will strive to conceive of more compelling antagonists. Oh no! Oh no! Dramatically yours, a humble playwright. I think that's a threat. A letter from a theater composer. As someone who composes music for the stage, nothing pleases me more than to hear that you are moved by my work. I am also humbled to receive your words of appreciation for the concerts we hold and the orchestrion roles we release. You are my motivation, spurring me to continue composing music that brings the story to life, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yours in the melody, a humble theater composer. This game turns me into a big baby every time. Letter from a theater sound designer. From swords slashing to armor clinking, from water running to leaves rustling, I have the pleasure of recreating for the stage the various sounds that can be heard in our world. It is a challenge and a thrill to produce these sounds. We draw inspiration from the knowledge that they are heard and appreciated by many. However, the sounds of a play isn't limited to that which we ourselves create. No, they also encompass those made by the audience and the players. It is a collaboration between us, a joint performance, and it is my hope that we can continue filling the world with sound together. Acoustically yours, a humble theater sound designer. Here we go. The last one. Letter from an adventurer. I'm but a faceless adventurer, one of those who have been in the business for a while without standing out. Recently, menacing towers appeared across the land, in the wake of which frightening phenomena broke out, the final days or some such. I don't know how you fared during that time, but if truth be told, it was a little overwhelming for me. Gods know I struggle to get by even without apocalyptic threats to worry about. So many things don't go the way I hope, and I often find myself frustrated and discouraged. Full many times I've wanted to give up, to turn away from everything and everyone. But every time there has been something that has saved me. Be it an awe-inspiring view, or a kindly stranger, something has given me the strength to take another step. So come what may, I intend to carry on as far as my path leads. I won't surrender, and I pray that neither will you. Yours in perseverance, a faceless adventurer. So many tears. Okay, so that's the letter Forest Tender. So many letters of gratitude. I should write something too. That's no, I owe a lot of people. I wish I could. I think if I had a letter to put in this game. It would just be one of things. This game and this community is going to be through a really rough couple of years. And I am so grateful. I'm so happy that I finally broke down and installed this freaking game and never looked back. Because I love it to bits. And I may meme and laugh, and there might be some things that frustrate me here and there, and mechanics that I suck at and struggle. I'm currently fighting that one black mage fight for the black mage storyline. And I tell you, I said some very colorful language. And I haven't beaten it yet. But I love every bit of it. And the people I've met more so. I love them very dearly. And they're very special to me. All my friends are. But it's, like Yvonne said, and just a beautiful experience. And that's why this is my favorite game. I had a particularly rough day. Just some random person in the tavern in Ishford came up to me and asked me how I was doing. And I said, and this is a quote, I said, honestly, it's been pretty shit. Or life's been pretty shit, something like that. And they just said, I'm sorry to hear that. They gave me a hug. And some chocolate. And everyone in there was just cheering me on and encouraging me. And that stuck with me. Including the other person. One of my favorite people that I met in this game. Just ran into in Gridania. Who's did the same when I was having a rough time. And one of the first people who I ran into, a veteran of the game, who just adopted me on Dim. And I won't say any of their names because, you know, anonymity. Don't want to throw their names out while they're there. They know who they are. Gave me my first barding and my first really cool spear. And just always was checking in and looking out for me and invited me to my first ever in-game wedding. And they're all the best. And then the person I play with now, who adopted me basically and got me into an FC and has hung out with me and become just such a good friend. And yeah, I can't say thank you enough and sing their praises enough. This game has made so many connections for me, and I love playing it. Anyways, on to the game. Greetings, adventurer. Are you here to test your skills in the excitement of Kupo Kupo Adventure? You bet I am, Kupo. What is Kupo Kupo Adventure? Kupo Kupo Adventure is a glamour-generated game in which you control a Moogle armed with magic rebounding ball and do battle with hordes of fiends. The game was apparently developed by a fun-loving engineer. I don't know the individual personally, I'm afraid, but it is my pleasure to attend to those who wish to play. If you have a spare moment, then by all means, give it a try. Tell me about yourself. About myself? Well, there isn't much to tell. I'm but an ordinary citizen of Ul'dah. I had previously assisted the Wandering Minstrel for the Rising, and was asked to do so again. Suffice it to say, I'm suitably compensated for my services. Don't worry, I get paid. Excellent. Let's get you started at once. Please enjoy yourself. Also, I apologize if you heard my phone going off in the background. I have the volume up just in case someone needs to get a hold of me right now. And sorry about the snippy. Let's play some Kupo Kupo Adventure. Oh, one sec, I got a message. Okay. Okay. So I did play this on Dim briefly. Excellent. Which I actually figured out a little bit of how you're supposed to play it, because I did not get it at first. Them's the strats. Play bouncy ball. I'm still over here like crying. I sense a powerful presence. No! Oh right, I have these. Oh, that was a bad shot. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get this to bounce just like Peggle. There we go. I'm proud of that one. No, I can't increase the size of the screen, I'm sorry. It is this small, just preemptively. You have a very tiny screen. Oh! I totally meant to do that. It was intentional. Don't like that. There we go. Ah! Ow! Unhappy. Oh. Okay. No, I'm just gonna hit this darn little cactus. Ah, that shot made me happy. Oh, that was bad. That was what we call a bad shot. Ow! Rude. Ah. Okay. Better. Oh, here we go. Let's get rid of that bomb. Excuse me, did you poison me? That's very rude. Ah. Where's levitate? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think that'll hit all of them. Excellent. Yeah! Okay, one more stage. Alright. I should heal myself. Wow. That Mandragora really just, like, dodged everything. Ow! That was rude. Do levitation again. Wait, do the bombs kill other things when they explode? They do! There's a tip for you. That shot was atrocious. I'm sorry, the fuck. Okay, I need that thing dead. Whew! First try bonus. Victory! And that's Goopo Adventure. Alright, last but not least, let's take our lovely little selves. Ooh, that's cool glam. That's a cool looking character too. Very goth vibes. I do like running around perusing glams. Alright. Hello, random cat on nothing. So here we're going to go to our mounts. Yeah, I got the make sheep. Alright, Rising Phoenix. Created as a token of gratitude for the Warrior of Light, this majestic familiar assumes the likeness of the phoenix, the immortal bird of legend. Upon death, the creature is said to rise again from its own ashes, on account of which it is revered as a symbol of rebirth. What happens if I throw it on my power? 7 forth your Rising Phoenix, a symbol of rebirth and gratitude. And there you are. You are the Phoenix. There you go. Let's see if I can... Oh, I can't land up here. I'll land down here so you can see the land movement. It's just the same. But... And then, it has this really cool thing it can do. Yeah. Wait, can it? It cannot look at you. We are the Phoenix. 'Tis us. Alright. I thank you all for joining me on this journey. It's been a very tearful one. A long one, too. If I hadn't gone and read through all those things and done the extra stuff, I think it only would have taken me like 30-some minutes. So keep that in mind as you're trying to run it as the event comes to a close. It is leaving, I believe, on the 3rd, so you're going to want to do it as quick as you can. But, you know. Oh! Anyways, thank you all for joining me on the journey and for crying with me. At least I hope I wasn't the only one. May your adventures going forward be even sweeter than the ones you've had in the past. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.